looks like I'm living rent-free in your heads again, huh? I mean, if you're gonna spend your days obsessing over me, you might as well start calling me something respectable. Maybe Daddy Shizzy, or better yet, Papa Nut. Who's the grown-up here? Alright, it's me. Let's go. Call me Daddy, yeah, that's who I am. Running your mind's like a master plan. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, take your pick. I'm rolling in your thoughts while you still act sick. Call me Daddy, it's what you mean. Want to chase the crust and I take the lead. Living rent-free, that's my name. Go ahead, say it, put some respect on your name. Man, I'm too old, well here's a surprise. I'm the one with the brains while you're stuck with the lies. You act like you're experts, but here's the reality. I'm the one controlling your mental reality. So while you're out there trying to throw shade, I'm sipping coffee and you're feeling betrayed. You're mad, I got the spotlight, now it's my time. So why not call me Daddy or Papa with a rhyme? I'm the landlord and you're just the tenants, stuck in your headspace with no insight, no repentance. Call me Daddy, you know it's true. You'd be lost without me, stuck in the glue. Call me Daddy, I'm holding your mind while you're scrambling, trying to find what's behind. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, don't you see? You're living in my world now, I'm the VIP. Call me Daddy, just let it be. While you're trying to figure out your own identity. Oh, I see you're confused, trying to get it right. Spinning your wheels while I'm out of sight. You think you've got it figured, but you got it all wrong. I've been running your minds all along. But sure, keep pretending you don't care. Keep saying you're done, but I'm still in the air. You got no choice but to bow to my name. Daddy Shizzy is here to own the game. You say you don't watch, but you're obsessed. Every word I say puts you to the test. Call me Daddy, Papa Nut, you know you should. Because I've been living rent-free, and you know it feels good. Shizzy Daddy, owning your headspace, and there's no escape. Good luck with that.
Man, oh man, oh man, how are you fine folks doing this lovely afternoon? Yeah, this is a random afternoon. Holy cow. Good afternoon, Caroline. Teddy, ready for some good laughs. I'm sure that's what you meant in that. Well, I mean, if you want to wear a teddy for some good laughs, I'm not wearing a teddy for good laughs, though. I'll just say. But yes, I think she meant to say ready for some good laughs. Yes, we will. Oh, yes, we will have some good laughs today. It's going to be crazy. And because we got our goal of getting an extra letter, ooh, girl, there you go. So there will be one extra letter onto it. And then, of course, I'm doing another one because I've got a few letters tonight. So we're going to get you see if we get a second one in there. And this one, I have to raise a super chat on it for it. So there we go. It is one super chat, and we'll add another letter. So we've got tonight. We'll have 3 letters already. Another $10 that gets us 4 letters to Bubbles. That's gonna be good. You guys are gonna love this. Oh, they are so gorgeous. Yes, we do have some letters. Yeah, we're going to have a little bit of fun tonight. Oh, yeah. Yes. You haven't seen the letters, man? You go, oh, man. You just go back and we have them just scattered about everywhere. Happy Saturday. Thank you very much. Hi in chat. Let's go. Yeah, I raised the amount that it had to be for the next level. The first one was 5, the next one is 10, the next one will be 20. And by that time, am I reading your letter to Santa? Well, I could read you your letter to Santa. How's it going? Good to see you, all you fine people. Yes, there was a new piece that came out today. Well, last night, yes, it was last night that came out, and the judge has made an order. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Thank you very much. Making my Christmas really good. This is going to be a beautiful Christmas, especially because I'm going to be away from the computer for a little while. That means we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 letters to bubbles today. Ooh. All right. Let's see. We're going to have to add the next one. You guys are just hitting those damn goals. Man, I might have to increase this one here. Let me do this real quick. Doggone it. You guys are just on top of it. I don't even have a chance. Don't even have a chance to do it. Get this in here. Another one. All right, doggone it. You guys are just like on top of it, making my Christmas wonderful. All right, we're gonna get that one up there. Orange tier and higher. That will get us a total of 5. Count them, 5 letters. Holy cow. You guys are just awesome. You are going to make my Christmas absolutely wonderful. And you know, it really drives those Lees crazy whenever you guys do that kind of stuff. It just drives them up the wall because they're like, how dare they? They must be making money off of my anguish. Thank you so much. Feeling the warmth and coming Christmas to all. For the fedora fun. Oh, yes, I should get myself a fedora. Wendy Bono, thank you so much for the 10 Shizzywhiznut memberships. Oh my gosh, we need to give her just a little bit of love. Give her a little bit of love. Why is it not showing up? They changed everything on the top of this. I will give you the nice, beautiful, and I think someone's birthday is going on right now. Enjoy your birthday to the fullest. It is wonderful. You guys are awesome. But this is for your 10 gifted memberships. Get attacked by us.
Stop. Okay, sorry.
Thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. That is so wonderful. That is so wonderful. Yes, I'm going to have to work out and get a fedora. Holy cow. Okay. I love a challenge. Thank you, Suzanne, for the $20 super chat. That is added a total. I may just end up hitting the whole damn mother load right here. That may be what happens. We may end up hitting the whole damn mother load here. Holy cow. Thank you so much. Thank you. That is wonderful. And Nikki also, it adds. Add it. Please add it. Okay. All right. That adds it. That adds. Let me double check and make sure before I go too far here. I want to make sure that I've got enough spaces for all of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. And that. Yes. There will be 5. Yes, it is 5. Okay, we will add the part 2 in there. The last one. The last one's coming up. And we're gonna do this one right here. Give me just a second. Gosh, you guys are just so gracious. I thank you so much. All right, doggone it. Start another goal. We'll put this in there. Now this one here. Now I can't go I can go higher than this, but we're just going to do this one single one right here. This one here. We'll add the final letter to it. The final letter is that one right there. All right. You guys, doggone it. Shizzy eggnog found. Eggnog. Some nuggies. Eggnog. Yes, there will be some eggnog this weekend. Yeah, because I'm going to be having some nice, beautiful stuff that comes out over the next few days. I will be out of town for a short period of time. Merry Christmas. Thank you, Ninja Puppy. I appreciate you so much. That is gracious. Thank you. Merry Christmas, Shizzy. Yes, happy holidays to all of you. And there was somebody that wanted to get all angry and didn't like that I read these stories in the deposition in funny voices. It's just like, well, that really sucks, doesn't it? And I had somebody else. How would they say that Bubbles was or had issues with something and claiming, oh my gosh, Imperial Black Kelly. Okay, I just can't stand. Thank you so much, Suzanne. You are very gracious. All right, we will have all of the letters read today. We will have all of the letters read today. You guys are keeping me busy. That is for darn sure. I thank you so much. You just can't stand to lose. Love you, Shizzy and Chad. We love you back. Chat is absolutely wonderful. We have, we do have that filing that came in today. And that, well, it came in last night, and it says the matter before this court on defendant's motion to preclude plaintiff from publishing or sharing depositions. Plaintiff has responded in opposition. So Doc 38, in case you guys are forgetting what Doc 38 was, this is where Bubbles put in there that he wanted to move for an order precluding the plaintiff, Jeremy Hales, from publishing deposition videos or audio on his YouTube channel or other platform or social media, or from sharing audio, video, or written transcript of depositions with third parties. Okay. Very, very specific. And of course, he's saying, Mr. Hales plans to videotape all depositions. I mean, if I said this in Bubbles' voice, it would be more like, Mr. Hales plans to videotape all depositions, not for any legitimate litigious purpose, but to create content for his YouTube channel with the Hales. No, see, you have to understand is that he has not released anything. Snarky letter reading is fun. Read aloud, please. Yes, absolutely. And Mr. Hales plans to videotape these depositions. Well, the problem is there wasn't going to be him reading the depositions. There was enough people already doing that. And if he wanted to read it, what precludes him from reading a deposition out loud? It does nothing. It does nothing. It affects nothing. Yeah, public documents. Yeah, public documents. And he's wanting those not to be shared. He has already demonstrated abuse of litigation by publishing a 7-hour videotape Zoom deposition of Michelle Preston after the deposition was over. He didn't publish the whole thing until after all of this was over, until after the case was over. Even if it didn't, it doesn't matter. Showing the kind of shenanigans that somebody's pulling in a deposition, there's nothing wrong with that. Him being called out, it's just like, well, I just, it's not appropriate. But of course, whatever he filed all of these things, talking about a TRO and a bunch of crap that does not mean anything whatsoever, after he jumps in there and starts screaming about this TRO and the deposition, about all this crap. And that's all it really is just, it is literally, 6 pages of garbage. And then he's trying to say that he's defamed the undersigned on numerous occasions. His YouTube video seen by over 100,000 viewers, such as claiming the undersigned is a disbarred lawyer, among other false statements attacking the undersigned's reputation. I don't believe he's ever called him a disbarred lawyer. He doesn't like Megan and Tug, clearly. So you can tell the amount of hurt that this little man has. He has so much hurt and so much pain. I'm just wondering, did Daddy not love him enough? It's okay. It's okay, Bubbles. Daddy is here to put you in your place. It is okay. Because Shockett came in, and his response was this motion to preclude plaintiff from publishing sharing depositions filed by the defendants Lynette and John Cook. Mr. Cook says defendant's motion should be denied, as it essentially asks for a one-way gag order. Defendant's argument is that the court should rule in favor of a blanket gag order because the plaintiff's litigation appears to have been filed for an ongoing YouTube content, not because there's any factual basis for support on the plaintiff's claims. And without any citation or authority for this proposition, the motion should not be well taken and should be denied. And of course, it gives actual Florida statutes for this. Talks about carrying a heavy burden of showing justification for doing this. Gag orders must be carefully scrutinized because they involve two of the most disfavored types of speeches. We've already gone over this one before, and thus the motion should be denied. Well, the judge did respond to this, and the plaintiff has responded in opposition, and no hearing is necessary, which means the judge doesn't even have to call a hearing together or have them sit down and do it. And he says that the matter is ripe for resolution. Judge is saying, hey, I can get this resolved right now. So in the discussion, now this is the important part, because here's where the judge is going to lay out all the information. Welcome, Magic Angel. Good to see you. This is where the judge is going to lay out all the information as both of them have presented it. In their motions, the defendants appear to be seeking a protective order that would prevent plaintiff from posting on social media videos of defendants' depositions in this case. And 2, prevent plaintiff from publicly releasing transcripts of any depositions in this case with respect to the issue of plaintiff sharing videos of defendants' depositions. The court would note that defendants have yet to be deposed in this case. Hey, I think it's time for the first letter. I think it is time for the first letter. It has to, it must be for time for the first one, because it says, this is open letter to Brucey. The Courtroom Chronicles, the extended edition, of course. This is the first letter. Count them out. Dear Brucey, the gal, I don't have this correct. You know what I'm missing? You know what we're missing? We are missing the helmet. Let me get that thing secured here. Oh, yes. We're missing the helmet. Now we have the safety helmet on. Let's get our music. We have to have the music for this. There's only one way to do this, and that is with the correct volume, the correct attitude of music. This is going to make it all better. Well. It seems Santa didn't bring you the court victory you so desperately wanted in this year. Instead, Judge Bolitho delivered a gift wrapped in 23-karat sarcasm and tied it with a bow of judicial nope. Your latest attempt to stifle Jeremy Hales by preemptively banning him from sharing depositions that hilariously haven't even happened yet was just denied. And it was publicly dismantled with the kind of finesse usually reserved for late-night roast specials. Let's dive into the details of this masterpiece, shall we, Brucey? First, your argument about Jeremy potentially video recording depositions. What a concept. You were so worried about hypothetical recordings of hypothetical depositions that you sprinted into court, waiving Rule 30B, subsection 3, subsection A, like it was a fire extinguisher for a blaze that doesn't exist. The judge, bless his patience, calmly reminded you that Rule 30 doesn't actually work like that, and then ordered that all depositions be stenographically recorded instead. Translation is, Brucey, stop wasting everybody's effing time. Here's a procedural band-aid to calm those frayed nerves. The cherry on top, the judge had to clarify that no one is allowed to record these hypothetical depositions unless they bring their happy ass crawling back to court with good cause. Good cause, Brucey, buddy. If this is your A game, I do shudder to think what qualifies as your plan B. Maybe a motion to ban all courtroom snacks in case Jeremy weaponizes a granola bar. But the real kick in the empty sack hanging between your legs is here is your attempt to block Jeremy from sharing deposition transcripts. Oh, Brucey, I get it. You're afraid of another round of meme-worthy quotes lighting up the internet. I can see those headlines now. Brucey. He says what? Brucey says, huh? Well, maybe we were hoping to avoid a new TikTok trend featuring dramatic reenactments of your greatest deposition hits. Either way, your argument boils down to Jeremy might embarrass me later. So let's preemptively put a muzzle on him. Unfortunately for you, Bubbles, the court doesn't hand out protective orders for bruised egos, and yours is very bruised, I must say. The judge, in a delightfully scholarly way, reminded you that general claims of being butthurt or embarrassment don't cut it. This isn't middle school, Brucey. You can't just call a teacher over just because someone might draw a character of you on the whiteboard. Unless Jeremy is planning to use those transcripts to start an underground roast battle league, the judge basically told you, wuss, grab yourself a thicker skin and carry on. Oh, and let's not ignore the judge's subtle dig at your lack of legal support for this argument when the judge quotes case law about why your motion doesn't make sense. You know you're playing checkers on a chessboard. Next time, maybe, just maybe, come prepared with more than, I don't like what Jeremy might do. Well, just a thought. And speaking of thoughts, have you considered a career pivot? I do hear that clown schools are always looking for enthusiastic recruits. And judging by your ability to juggle baseless motions and dramatic courtroom antics, that you just might fit right in. Maybe you can be the first litigator to perfect the act of subpoena delivery while riding a unicycle. May it just imagine, Bubbles, the headlines then. Now, I know you might be reading this and thinking, oh, Shizzywhiznut, you just don't understand the gravity of this case, but let's be real. When I'm not riding the short bus, I'm usually strapping on my trusty Velcro shoes and solving mysteries of the universe. If I can see the flaws in your approach, it's time for a little self-reflection, my friend. So here's my advice. Put down the legal shovel and stop digging yourself into a deeper hole. Take a breather, maybe sign up for a pottery class to channel your creative energy somewhere constructive, just once. Better yet, consider investing in a sturdy pair of metaphorical Velcro shoes to help you stick to legal arguments that actually have some traction. In the meantime, we'll all be here, popcorn in hand, waiting for the next chapter in adventures of Brucey Matskin, defender of the indefensible. It's not just a legal case anymore, it's a performance art. Yours, sarcastically and sensationally, Shizzywhiznut, the short bus riding Velcro wearing self-proclaimed genius at pointing out the obvious mistakes of others. Thank you. Just warms my heart. I wonder how warm you must feel. Thank you so much, Bubbles. You are the bomb in all the wrong ways. Oh yes. And I will get to, in case I missed any super chats, I will get to those at the very end of all this. But let me get back into my peaceful hat. My peaceful hat will make it all that much better. By the way, that helmet, it really chaffs. It chaffs all kinds of parts that it shouldn't chaff. Maybe I've got it on the wrong end. Thank you. I will take a slot bow. Thank you very much. Yes. Yes. Once I found that Bubbles has an issue with the MAGA hats, I figured it was best to show him my love, to make sure that he understands I really don't care about his opinion, just to show that I don't care. So the discussion in their motion, the defendants appear to be seeking a protective order that would prevent plaintiff from posting on social media videos of defendant's deposition. Of course, as we read, there haven't been any depositions of the defendants in this case. And the court is unaware of any depositions being video recorded so far. You hear that, Bubbles? So far, the court's not aware of anything being recorded. Nonetheless, defendants are concerned that if plaintiff does video record their depositions, then he may post those videos online in an attempt to embarrass or harass him. Harass him? Harass him. Harass him. It's sort of like molasses, but it's in your nether regions. The defendant's argument presupposes that the depositions will be video recorded, as according to that little subsection 1, it is the court's understanding that plaintiff has yet to notice defendant's depositions. Crazy, huh? So far, the defendants haven't given notice of when they're going to do it. Under Rule 30B, subsection 3, subsection A, unless the court orders otherwise, deposition testimony may be recorded by audio, audio-visual, or stenographic means. And this is under the federal rules, moron. Emphasis added. And I added the moron in there. Given the unique circumstances and history of this case, the court hereby orders otherwise. You understand that, Bubbles? It means orders otherwise. All depositions in this case shall be recorded by stenographic means only, which means this order does not prevent a court reporter from using an audio recorder as backup for stenographic reporting. Such backup audio recording, however, shall not be released to the parties absent an order from the court. Jeez. No party may record a deposition by audio or video means without prior approval of the court. And prior approval will not be granted unless the moving party shows good cause to believe that the stenographic recording would be insufficient. The court will now discuss defendant's argument that plaintiffs should prohibit from publicly releasing any deposition transcripts. Generally speaking, a party may do what it wants with material obtained through the discovery process, as long as it wants to something legal, as long as it wants to do something legal, which means it can't do anything illegal with it. Rule 26, however, authorizes a district court to issue a protective order that limits the use of discovery information in certain circumstances. Now, let me remind you again. Rule 26C authorizes district court to issue a protective order that limits the use of discovery information in certain circumstances. The party seeking a protective order bears the burden of showing good cause. And it talks about this case right here. And in that case, it says the moving party must meet this burden with a particular and specific demonstration of fact as distinguished from stereotyped or conclusionary statements. It also goes on to say a district court has wide discretion in managing discovery, including the decision of whether to issue a protective order. Farnsworth versus Gamdell. Here, defendants express concern that plaintiff or others will use the deposition transcripts in an attempt to embarrass or criticize defendants. Defendants' argument is general in nature, and it is unsupported by the citation to any legal authority. That right there is a smackdown in itself. Such general claims of potential embarrassment or criticism are insufficient to show good cause to issue a protective order. You done screwed up, Bubbles. C. Maldonado v. Johnson. In that particular case, refusing to grant a protective order preventing publication of deposition information because general statements of potential embarrassment were insufficient. The mere fact that some level of discomfort or even embarrassment may result from the dissemination of defendant's deposition testimony is not in and of itself sufficient to establish good cause to support the issuance of a protective order. Thus, the court will not issue a protective order preventing plaintiff from publicly releasing deposition transcripts at this time. The court does reserve the right to later issue such a protective order if the circumstances change, and not because it's embarrassing. Conclusion: because no videotape depositions will occur in this case, absent court approval, defendant's motion is denied as moot to the extent it seeks an order from prohibiting plaintiff from posting video of defendant's depositions in this case, and because defendants have not shown good cause, defendant's motion from Doc 38 is denied without prejudice to the extent it seeks an order prohibiting plaintiff from publicly releasing deposition transcripts in this case. It is so ordered this the 20th day of December, 2024. Denied. Sit your ass down. Nice knowing you. I hope it felt good getting your ass handed to you. I must say, this judge gave the largest smackdown that I have seen in a long time. Now, it would also mean that there needs to be something on this particular filing, which I haven't seen yet. Let me double check and see if what I think is true. And I'm going to look at something real quick. Open and file location. Oh, doggone it. Open. Where is it? All right, there we go. Open file location. If I'm not mistaken, in 48, there was an amended complaint. The judge has not ruled on this yet. There's still a Monday, and I believe, just a Monday. I don't think he'll do anything on Tuesday because that's Christmas Eve. But there's still a Monday for him to come in here. And it's basically the use of case threats. I think he needs to file something that will allow the judge or give the judge reason to say, yes, you can't talk about any of the business dealings of Jeremy Hales, which would be a protective order and would have to be filed properly. I'm hoping that he does. Probably the snarky Gen Xer. Yes, this was the biggest slapdown that the judge could possibly hand to Bubbles. It doesn't mean that those videos cannot be recorded just at this time because the defendants aren't up there being deposed. I think that Bubbles doesn't know the difference between a plaintiff and a defendant, because apparently the judge wasn't too happy with what he filed because it had no case law. He was citing to absolutely nothing that could remedy it. Just because you get butthurt over it doesn't mean that they're not allowed to release those depositions. I'm sure those depositions, as they come out, are going to get really damn interesting. And it is going. Am I going to do some shows during Christmas? You may see me do some stuff during Christmas. There is a possibility. I will be doing it. I'm still putting out the 12 Days of Christmas. You should get another one today. I think that's right. Yeah, you should get another one today if you already haven't gotten it. Those are all on a schedule. I've already pre-recorded every single one of those videos, and you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. I woke to Shizzywhiznut promising me Lego streams. I don't think so. I'll buy you Legos. I don't own Legos, and I don't do Lego streams. That doesn't happen. Never have I done a Lego stream or plan on ever doing a Lego stream. It's not my cup of tea. Really not my cup of tea, but I'm sure some people are enjoying them. It's just not for me. Not my bag of tea, man. Not my bag of tea. But I have got part two of the letter that was written by me. And yes, what was it last time? It was read by Yamaha. He read part one the other night. You guys are going to get all those parts tonight. Enjoy the quality time with the family. Merry Christmas. That is the plan. Thank you, Iron Rabbit. You have a wonderful time with your family also. Yes, I will be traveling. I'll be traveler on the land for at least a few hours while I get to where my family is. And I do have some plans of possibly doing a couple of I don't think they call them vertical streams or something like that. Just me wandering around in my location of choice. So I will be doing that. I'll be doing that if I do have the time and the opportunity. That is the hope. That's the hope. It doesn't always work out that way. I'm also planning on meeting up with somebody and talking with them, another YouTuber, and maybe I'll be on their stream or they'll be on the short, or who knows what we'll do. That is the plan. We'll see how it all goes. I have no ambition towards anything great or grandiose. Of course, I never do. It just usually happens. Like, I wasn't expecting this to be released. The judge's order. Ooh, it is such a smackdown. Hey, Slug. Yeah, it's good to see you. All right, let me get changed into the correct outfit. But while I'm doing that, I think I have a video for you guys that I can play. Let me double check. I think that it's there. Yes, I do. Ooh, let me go to this one here. And yeah, this is going to be good. Now, I can't show this one. Can't show you where I got this from. But you're going to love this video. This is going to be, this is something that I put together the other day. And go ahead and I'm going to stop that screen, present this one. There we go. There it is. There is the video. In case you haven't seen this one, this is the updated version of it. And then I'm going to change my hat. I think if Jeremy gets the business restriction orders, the court would redact on information from the transcripts. I can get into that in a second. I'll explain that in a second. But let's play this real quick. This is awesome.
Step aside, y'all, it's my time to shine. I'm feeling the groove with these hips of mine. Hands in the air like spaghetti gone rogue. My knees are jelly and my hips just broke. Shaking it, breaking it, what a blast. Wobble it, wiggle it, shake that ass. Do a jig moving your ass, step up or stand aside. My shoulders pop like a rusty hinge. My fingers point like they're on a binge. Twirl like a tornado, then drop real low. It's not planned, it's a shit sideshow. I've got the rhythm of a clock that's broke. My dance floor moves are a big effing joke. Shaking it, breaking it, what a blast. Wobble it, wiggle it, shake that ass. Do a jig or a jog, wiggle it to the side. Or break that hip bone by moving your ass, step up or stand aside. Wig like a lava lamp, mesmerizing glow. You can't help but watch me steal the show. I summon the shake, the shimmy, the twist, a mix of genius and a big old fist. You're drawn in close, your feet start to twitch, feeling the groove like a broke-ass bitch. Yeah! Shaking it, breaking it, what a blast. Wobble it, wiggle it, shake that ass. Do a jig or a jog, wiggle it to the side. Or break that hip bone by moving your ass, step up or stand aside. Now we're all in the shake, no need to be shy. Move like spaghetti and reach for the sky. We'll dance like we're cursed, laugh till we're sore. Shizzywhiznut reigns forevermore. So join the dance, let your weirdness unfurl. We're shaking ass, not a care in the world.
I love it. I love it. I knew you guys would like that one. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. That's the latest one I've been working on. I'm hoping that enjoys it. I hope that people do enjoy the stuff that I put out, and I do have another video that the members only have seen. The members only have seen, and it will be dropping here shortly. I think tonight, maybe. I think it does, or maybe it already dropped. I don't know anymore. Trying to figure out what the heck I'm watching. That's good. That is the good thing, that you have not figured out yet what exactly it is you're watching. That means I'm doing something absolutely correct. Because you don't like to give it all away. Don't like to give it all away. It's like, just make it want just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Yep, just one less subscriber. Sorry to hear that, Silver Alert. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. We try to keep you entertained. And here is part 2 of the first part that Yamaha read. If you missed that, you can go back and catch that from a couple of nights ago. I believe that was Thursday night. We read that. Time is but a social construct, and I can never remember what time, what day it is. I do know that I am here to entertain, and this is part 2. Dear Bruce, Bruce, I couldn't help but think of how you've truly set the gold standard for how to not handle a legal case. Seriously, you've got the imperfect trifecta going here, an unsaleable record that's of questionable decisions, a cast of clients whose legal expertise is only rivaled by their ability to dig themselves into deeper holes, and a strategy that's best described as hold on tight and hope for the best. Usually grab a hold of the reins and hold them very closely. So let's talk about those clients for a second. I don't want to sound too harsh, but have you taken a good hard look at that group you're representing? I mean, your clients include some real gems: Preston, Cook, people who think they can spin defamation accusations out of thin air. I have to admire your optimism, Bruce. You've managed to gather a team of individuals who somehow managed to shoot themselves in the foot and then hand you the gun saying, take the shot. No one else could ever pull this off quite like you, my friend. It is truly remarkable. You've got to be kidding me if you thought this case was going to be a smooth ride. Let me ask, though, do you actually know the meaning of tortious interference, Bruce? Or did it just sound cool when you decided to use it in a legal complaint? Because based on the way you've handled things so far, I am betting you've got a pretty loose understanding of them. The truth is, the thing, Bruce, is it's a real legal concept, not something you can just throw around like a kid throwing confetti at a parade. Maybe you should have taken a minute to think about that before getting your hands oh so dirty in this fiasco. And, speaking of interference, let's not ignore how you've helped your clients interfere with business relationships that were not even theirs to begin with. Sure, you may want to argue that you were just trying to play the good lawyer. But we both know you weren't protecting your clients' interests. You were practically hand-holding them down the path to destruction. You did know that this sort of thing would end poorly, right? Or did you just assume the judge would smile, give everyone a gold star, pat you on the back, and say, great job, Brucey. You really know how to get people tangled up in their own messes. Well, here's the spoiler alert, Brucey. That's not happening. You're not winning any awards for this one, buddy. No. Now I do have to give credit where credit's due. You've managed to cobble together a string of real talent here. People who know exactly how to work the system, except they only work it into a whole new level of chaos. I guess it's a teamwork thing for you. Everyone has the role. One person spreads defamatory statements, the other interferes with business deals, and you just waltz in at the end with your little legal knowledge to throw it all into a courtroom blender. And look, let's get it. I get it, Bruce. I really do get it. You're trying to defend your clients, but even you must realize that this whole thing is about to crash and burn. You might be thinking you've got some grand strategy at play, but really, Bruce, it is just a bunch of legal gymnastics to justify your involvement in a sinking ship. At this point, Brucey, I can't help but wonder, are you doing this because you believe in your clients? Or because you just are really, really good at ignoring the signs that scream, this is going nowhere fast? Let's be real here. Even if you're actually trying to salvage something out of this mess, I'm not sure you have the right tools in your tool chest to do the job. You can't just throw more paperwork at a fire and hope it goes out, no matter how many big words that you put in that page. But hey, I'm sure you've got some brilliant arguments left up your sleeve. Maybe you found a loophole where the truth doesn't matter. Or perhaps you've discovered a new legal dimension of legal loopholes, Brucey, where defamation doesn't exist. But spoiler, Brucey, those dimensions don't actually exist in real life. In the real world, the facts remain and the truth will always surface. It's like trying to hide a giant pile of garbage under a rug. And eventually that rug's going to come up and the truth will spill out everywhere. And who's left holding the bag? Yes, you guessed it, Brucey. Don't worry, Bruce. You will bounce back from this, as you always do. Yet at this point, it's probably just part of your ongoing adventure in the legal world. I just can't wait to see what happens next. Who knows, maybe this time you'll actually discover the one thing that makes all of it work. Or maybe you'll just end up with a front row seat to this shit show, watching it all unravel with the rest of us, and looking forward to seeing how you handle the next chapter of this comedy of errors. And catch you later, Shizzywhiznut, because let's face it, even when it's all falling apart, I can still at least laugh at myself. Unlike you, Bubbles, you have no humor. You're a humorless person. And at some point, you will figure all of that out. Just not today. Because it's too much for you. Too much for you to handle. Getting spanked by your daddy yet again. I love doing these. These are so much fun. Oh my gosh. Oh, bubbles. Boiling troubles. Bubbles with all your boiling troubles. You just haven't gotten to it yet. Robert Tower, I'm going to go. If I don't see you again, all thanks for the laugh. You will see us again. We will be back again. We haven't gone anywhere yet. We still have 3 more letters to go. There are more letters coming. Yes, but we are going to get to some of our super chats, and I'm going to start from the top here with Carolyn B, because she got the wonderful first part. That last letter was, thank you very much, Carolyn B, for the $4.99. Ready for some good laughs. Wendy Bono gave another $5 because she really wanted to get that letter also. Thank you also for Suzanne, feeling the warmth incoming. Merry Christmas to all. Yes, it will be a very Merry Christmas. We are looking forward to having a wonderful holiday season, and I do wish the best for you, your family, all your loved ones, and everyone that is just out there and scatterbrained and looking for a place to be. Just know that there are some really fine, nice people out here. We appreciate you coming by and visiting with us. Then we also have Wendy Bono that gave that $10 super chat memberships. The memberships are always appreciated. And we had something there for a second. We also have for the Fedora Fund, Chris Z for the Fedora Fund. There we go. But I have to tell you guys, we do have somebody that is waiting backstage, and I'm going to give you just a nice little bit of love for this man right here, because as soon as you see it, it should give you all kinds of joy. Hello, sir.
Oh my goodness, that was crazy.
I love it. So good to see you. How are things going?
Well, we're in the airport. Georgia lost her ID, but she thankfully had her passport. So
my passport is a backup.
Oh, that's good.
That's always a bonus. So she got to wait for the flight with me. So that's good, because we're going back for her anyway.
Nice. So were you expecting this filing to come in last night from the judge's order?
No, didn't expect it. He did tell us when I was there for the deposition in Pensacola that he was ready to make his order for Deuce's summary judgment, which he straight up told Deuce, I'm denying everything. And he's going, in what world do you file for a summary judgment before evidentiary hearings and discovery is over? And Deuce is going, oh yeah, we'll withdraw. So didn't see that it was coming, My lawyer did text it to me, sent me a clip, and I just read it real quick. Denied, denied, denied.
All the way down.
All the way down.
Well, and so is Shockett have anything filed that's going to prevent him from disclosing any of your business relationships to the public? Because people were asking about that, and as far as those depositions, because I'm assuming those depositions will be coming out at some point in the near future.
So here's the interesting thing. Deuce didn't ask any confidential information. I think he really didn't ask anything that was confidential that I would go, no, I don't want that in the public. I mean, the only thing, and I've been open about it already, that came about is they have done damage to our whatnot. And they didn't even ask how much are we making on whatnot, what's projected income, and didn't ask anything about that. Didn't ask how they did it. Didn't even ask how they did it. And I was very clear that I didn't feel comfortable sharing how they did it, because once you put that idea in other people's minds, they'll keep going and running with it. So there was damage that was done to our whatnot and the promotion of it. And ourselves and the whatnot team worked very, very diligently to come up with a solution, and we have that solution, and it's been about a week now we implemented the solution, probably, so to counteract what they did. And but other than that, that's the only thing. I don't want people to know what they actually did and succeeded with. And so there's really nothing in the deposition. Like, I even asked Randy afterwards, I was like, hey, are we going to file for the restraining order on Deuce? And he was like, well, but for what? And I was like, exactly, for what? Why even file it? So there's really nothing to file. He didn't ask anything.
So how many more depositions does he have until his time is up for completing depositions?
For Deuce or for us?
For Deuce, for him deposing all of the plaintiffs.
Okay. So the magistrate point blank asked him, how many more depositions are you anticipating? And he said, as of right now, none. He goes, we anticipate after Jeremy's deposition today that this is all going to be dismissed. And then the magistrate point blank tells him, I cannot wait he goes, I live for these kind of trials, and I can't wait to try this. And this is going to a jury. So again, he was put in his place over and over and over and over again. This magistrate is not going to dismiss this for Deuce. No. And he's beyond frustrated and an upset Deuce. Or excuse me, he has been upset because of Deuce. So just remember, everybody, don't be a Deuce. Don't be a Deuce this Christmas.
Don't be a Deuce. Don't be a Deuce. Or else you need extra napkins. And
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, I bought stock and paper towels before I went to the depot, but he brought a handkerchief to wipe himself with instead.
Call him Deuce Napkin, I guess.
Yeah. Instead of do the deuce.
Do the deuce. Oh,
dude, that should be your next song. Do the deuce, and then rock back and forth in the fetal position.
I think I could. Yeah, I've had some pretty good ones lately. They're good. And somebody said something that he was talking something about something to somebody and said, oh, it's tortious and interference. And I just said, and what do you say to it? And I just sent him a link to my song. I said, who's your daddy? If they're talking about me.
We heard it on the way to the airport and we're cracking up. And we were at lunch today. We were watching Rap Poozy, dying laughing, man. Dying laughing. It's so funny. So funny.
Oh, and I came up with that once I knew someone's name was in there. I was like, oh, that's a beautiful, that works really good. That just flows. It has a beautiful flow to it.
It was hilarious, man.
Oh,
so funny.
It is going to be a very long weekend. And so are you headed back for the holidays? Is that what you're up to? Head back for the holidays?
So yes, but also the most important thing is Georgia's first cancer specialist appointment is Monday, 10:30, right in the morning. So her first endocrine specialist meeting and appointment is at 10:30 in the morning. And we're hoping, we are praying.
I know that feeling. I've been there also. Sir. Yes,
We have.
talk, Judge.
So I was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2019. And then fast forward, I was diagnosed with thyroid cancer in 2020. So every 6 months I have to go in for checkups, and
Right.
this December falls for another checkup. So I will be meeting with my specialist.
Okay.
So I don't know, we may end up being in Ohio longer than anticipated, or I may have to fly back out depending on the results.
So
Well,
I'm
our
sorry.
prayers are out for you. I mean, even the chat is sending out prayers for you, George.
Thought I had
'cause this
myself
is-
under
Thank
control.
you. Yeah, we've been
Yeah.
recording my cancer journey throughout the years on the channel, and
Right.
I'm okay with sharing it because it helps others that are in the same situation, and it's also helped others go get checked and to be proactive with their health, to
Yes,
where
sir.
it's caught early stages so that they don't have to go through deep treatments and to avoid other treatments or other surgeries. So not only women, but men as well, because the thyroid cancer can affect both men and women. And when we shared my journey on the channel, we got an abundance of emails and messages and comments saying that, because you've shared your journey, I took the initiative to schedule an appointment, and my doctor found nodules, and we took the steps to get it checked out, and we're going to keep an eye on it. Others have said it was beginning stages of cancer, and they had it removed before it spread to other parts of their body. And so I feel like God put it in our hearts to share my journey so that we could help others and kind of
Keep
push
them
those
around
that
longer.
don't like going to see the doctor to go see the doctor and be proactive.
But the roughest part, and I apologize for losing it a little bit,
No, I understand.
is she found another lump. So
Yeah.
It's her, but at the same time, I'm not looking forward to round 3 of cancer, and I feel like that's where we're going to be. And so,
But on the flip side, I've been a survivor through all of this. Like, even though I've gone through breast cancer, thyroid cancer, and then finding more lumps, like I'm a survivor of all this. And so I'm hoping that me being a survivor can inspire others that there is hope and that you can beat it.
Yes. That is the hopes and prayers. I do have a friend of mine that he's gone in for round 2, and it's I understand the feeling that it goes through with family, with people that are loved ones that are close with you, and it is something that with him knowing these things that he's gone through, has been able to get other people to go get checked out. And he says, if nothing good comes out of this, at least there's other people that have experienced something good and kept their families close. And he goes, if that if I could change anything, I would. I don't think I could, but just knowing that it's helped other people to go and get those checkups.
well, Lord willing, hopefully it's just scar tissue. If it's not scar tissue, hopefully it's caught soon enough. And worst case scenario, we are going to be up north for way longer than we anticipated. But as of right now, we got 2 appointments on Monday, 1 on Tuesday, 1 on Thursday. And so four medical appointments this coming week. And I think probably the one thing we're looking forward to is not having to film when we drive to our house or our properties, our businesses, or anything like we don't have to pull out the camera for our own protection. So
Because our
yeah.
are normal.
Yes, we have very normal, very, very loving and incredible neighbors up north. Incredible.
Yes. You and that And as many times as I've heard people say, hey, I don't understand why he has to have his film camera out there. I was like, if you don't understand, it's because he is under constant worry for himself, for people that are close to him, for people that happen to be around him. And
have they not seen that John Crook has put in writing he's going to shoot me in the face? Have they not seen that he's pulled a gun out on me and others? Have they not seen that he's mixing rugs with strong drink? Have they not seen she calls him an abuser? Have they not seen that she says she's going to pop a cap in anybody's backside? Have they not? How can anybody ask that question? Like, that's insanity.
That's the problem that I keep seeing with this. It's not that, it's whether they have seen it or not. They have people out there that are saying, "Oh, that's hyperbole. That's not true. That was there's no way that he would carry that out. No, he's totally stable." And then Jeremy turned him in and had him arrested. It's like the amount of PR that is being run, the amount of spin on this just makes me scratch my head of how in the world do you sit there and go, it's like everything is black and white on the page, and they still just refuse to acknowledge that the bad things that can happen out of this, and it's willfully blind to all of it.
Well, we realized there was even as you asked, hey, did you know that the magistrate was going to make that ruling late last night? We received it and we were in an auction, and then we were told, hey, there's more PR spin right now. And then we just screen record everything and send it to our legal team. And the legal team laughing, going, how in the world can they come up with this conclusion? It is literally, he denied everything Deuce asked for, and then goes, oh, well, and there's in there, hey, Jeremy hasn't even put forth yet when the depositions are going to happen. And as of right now, there's not going to be any videoing unless Jeremy shows good cause and he wants to video them. And so we haven't requested anything. We have done nothing. So we got denied on nothing. And the ridiculous spin, Deuce got shut down. Boom, denied. And the spin of, oh, Jeremy can't do this, when it was them who were saying they're the ones that want to record it and they're going to be the first to show my depositions. But then look at all the backpedaling. Oh no, and even Deuce, we want to record his deposition. We don't want any depositions. Now we want the recording. Now we don't want anything. I mean, can they get any crazier?
They didn't even read the transcripts, correct?
No. They were going to be the first to show the deposition of how Deuce was going to chew me up and spit me out, and yet they haven't even read the transcripts. I wonder why. Who got chewed up and spit out?
Yeah, twice. Twice. Not once, but
twice. I will tell you, with the magistrate right to my left, sitting in the witness stand, I told Deuce over and over again, stop interrupting me. And then the magistrate would interrupt and yell at Deuce. And you're going to see it all in the transcripts. It's incredible. Incredible.
Gosh. Didn't he smoke again?
Wendy Bono with the $2 super chat says, George, the Father has you in his embrace.
Amen. Thank you, Wendy.
You've got some wonderful, wonderful followers out here. I mean, they
really do. We have an amazing community.
And Wendy, I obviously struggle with it more than she does, and it's happening to her. So, however that makes sense, but
he's just a big old softy.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm a giant teddy bear. Until you poke and you do me wrong, and then
the bear gets unleashed.
The claws come out of the paws. So a bear can cuddle, but if you take it too far, don't cry victim.
I do hope that we can keep those claws under control for a while, because I'm telling you, this is and I've told this to my chat, that if they think that this is the end or just it's a small victory in a whole heap of victories that have to happen, because You still haven't deposed any of the defendants. You haven't deposed
Yep.
any witnesses. None of this stuff has been brought in, and we're still what, months away from seeing any sort
Yeah.
of trial.
Yeah. And currently the trial is scheduled for August, but with the addition of new defendants, the magistrate was very clear with all parties when I was in Pensacola. He said this is going to push it further out, and he kept saying, you know, I want this finalized for you, Jeremy. I want this out of your life so you can keep, you know, you can live life normal again. And you know, they're impeding us living a normal life, and at the same time they need to be held accountable, and there are consequences for what they're saying and doing. Like, even last night, one of these fools said about a veteran that they should put a shotgun in their mouth and pull the trigger. How horrific, how
Yeah.
horrible of an individual to say something like, I don't like Lynette, I don't like Crook, they've threatened my life, they're attempting to destroy my life. I don't wish death on anybody.
No.
The insanity, the unhinged insanity of these individuals, it's not okay.
Well, and the amount of anger that I've seen coming out of it, it's like, you know, there's a reason to be angry whenever you see a child that, you know, is not in a healthy place. It is acceptable to be angry about that. It's not acceptable to be angry because you didn't like the way that a judge ruled, or because
Yeah.
somebody did something that you don't quite approve of, or said something that you disagree with, or their tone of voice was improper. Those aren't reasons to get overexcited and angry. And I mean, Yamaha came on here, and the first thing that he said, I cannot believe that you have these two I won't say the descriptive words that he said, backing this woman that has said that she is abusing the child on a 911 call, and they support it like it's nothing. They think not even twice about it. And
Wild.
I could if I could have looked at Yamaha at that moment, you could have seen steam coming off the top of his head. He was so hot. He does not understand it. And I think there's a lot of people out there that are just blinded by it. They think, oh, it's because Jeremy hates. I don't think Jeremy hates, and I've said this before. I think that one of the things that I've seen throughout all of this is not only that the reason that you're wanting to go through with this, and I could be wrong in this, but it looks to me that not only after this is done with you want to make sure that this doesn't happen to the next person.
Correct.
Because it's already happened before, and it's just this cycle for them.
It is a constant pattern with them, particularly her, and they've done this, and they've destroyed other people's lives. And I was even sitting down with Mark Feather, and we were talking about the stress of all this and what it's done in my life and George's life, and Mark even said, you know, why don't you can stop it all right now, we can stop. And I went, Mark, no, we can't. I was like, Mark, how do you stop it happening from the next person and the next person and the next person? And if we stop, if we just say, okay, we're going to Ohio, we're done, then they're going to continue to do it, and then somebody's going to do it to us in Ohio. We need to set the precedent that this does not happen. This is not acceptable. People will be held accountable in the court of law, and this is not in any way, shape, or form okay. And this should never happen. And we need to set that precedent that this will never happen to us again. And if it does, this is where you're headed, federal court.
Well, there's a lot of people that also, especially on that are the part of their PR team, that are saying things of the aspect of, well, if Jeremy gets away with doing this to them, then that means we're gonna go after every single one of these other people. And I'm like, is this to try to scare people from covering this case? And I'm like, it just appears to me that you don't understand how the law works at all. Because if you think you're coming after any one of these people because they've talked about this at all, then you just don't know the law, and I have nothing to say to you.
Well, and here's the funniest part. I think Deuce, especially as I've seen him in person now, I am 3 times his size. Like, and I don't mean this in any derogatory or malicious way. I could pick him up in one hand, spin him on a finger. You know, he is a very fragile, very frail individual, and I'm built like a brick house. I mean, it's just DNA. It's just what happened. And
Size doesn't matter.
so here's the thing, and size doesn't matter, but he's used his law degree to compensate, to try and induce fear into people. And I don't know if this is the first time he's met people who aren't afraid of him. I have no fear of him whatsoever. None. And I've noticed the same thing in you, Shizzy. You have no fear of this fool.
No.
And a fool should only fear themselves. And he should be looking in the mirror and be deathly afraid because of what he's gotten himself involved in.
Well, I didn't even know who he was when he first reached out to me, and that was my first letter in response of just, I don't know who you are, I don't know who these other people are, and you can just find another hole to dig. And in him doing that, I think he felt that he didn't get his love from his daddy, I guess, and his mommy must have not, taken care of him or something. I don't know. I mean, I'm just guessing here because there was a lot of animosity that he continued to add me to other things, and I noticed that he hasn't responded at all since I.
Well, and here's one of the most unusual things. He's proud that his name is known now. He's known as the most foolish, ignorant, incompetent lawyer ever seen on a social media platform. That's scary that he's proud of that. He's proud that he has his fame. He has his fame for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
He is the biggest joke.
It's like
His nose is the biggest joke. We'll never be able to eat mac and cheese the same again. But nobody cares about his mac and cheese case.
that whole thing happened over a decade ago.
He's the biggest joke on the internet, and he's so proud of himself for being that. And what kind of mental instability is proud of being the biggest joke on the internet?
I guess it gives him some sort of notoriety and will make people ask him questions. And I mean, a lot of people think that bad PR is any PR is good PR, and that is not true.
Ask P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not good PR.
No. There's there because that comes along with it a lot of pain and a lot of anguish that he's not going to be able to get rid of. I've been a notorious person before. Trust me, you don't want to be there. You don't want to be the hated one.
And here's where my immediate thought goes to is he has a daughter. And that daughter is now going to grow up going, this is my dad, and it's all over the internet. Now, the child in Otter Creek is going to know that there were people all over the world fighting for her safety and for her care.
Yes.
But his daughter is going to know that her dad was the biggest joke on YouTube in 2024 and 2025 and well beyond. Like, I feel my heart breaks for his daughter.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing the deposition with Lynette and John Crook to give some explanation to a lot of the shenanigans that's been going on. Because as you said, that's going to be the very final depositions that are going to be done. And I can only imagine that those depositions, they are going to be fighting tooth and nail to make sure that they get those quashed any which way they possibly can.
And to be clear, we have yet to set a date for John and Lynette's depositions. They will be the last ones on the list. And obviously that is part of the plan. You get all the information from everybody else, then you go in and you depose the 2 main defendants. And so they're going to be last on the list. We have not requested to record any depositions. And in federal court, This is not the norm in requesting depositions either.
Right.
So will we? Well, the magistrate is clearly stated in that new piece of paper and document that you're going through that we haven't asked yet, but we have every opportunity to ask. So, I mean, I'm looking at $4,000 per deposition. This is a lot of money. I'm $230,000 I've paid in legal fees so far between Ohio and Florida, and I got to weigh through and go $8 more grand to get 2 more depositions on video for accountability when we have transcripts. I don't know if I'm going to ask or not. I don't know. You know, I don't know. We'll all find out together, and whether I ask and whether we record them, and whether, you know, once they're recorded, it's mine. I own it. I paid for it. I can do with it as I wish and as I will, just like I did with the civil trial. And so, you know, we'll see.
The civil trial that she voluntarily dismissed.
Yeah, the civil trial she voluntarily dismissed. Yes.
And I brought that up with chat one night. And I was like, to me, it seemed really odd that she did dismiss this civil trial. And then looking back, knowing that Bubbles, Bruce, whatever his name is, has been involved in this almost from the get-go, it sounded to me like he was the one that told her to dismiss it so they could go after people doing the thumbnail stuff and try to get money out of that. And this was just there was too much going on, and he pretty much knew she was not going to win this.
Yeah, well, there was no way she could win. She had no case. She has no case on the thumbnail. She has no case on the trespass 5. And I firmly, truly, faithfully believe that they're going to be held accountable in federal court before a jury. And we're going to make sure this never happens to anybody else again. And so, you know, that's the consequences for doing these things. And people should think before they open their mouths. We don't have much time. We got a board here pretty soon. I do want to say that I love the guitars hanging on the wall. I don't know if you've seen, we have a guitar hallway, and we found in a storage unit in Tampa a few weeks ago a guitar signed, autographed by Steven Tyler, Aerosmith, and it's going to go in our guitar hallway. So I love the guitar display, and if you've missed that Steven Tyler guitar or a guitar hallway, you'd probably appreciate it, seeing what you have behind you as well.
Oh yeah, I will be checking that out most definitely.
All right, Merry Christmas, Shizzy, and appreciate all your support and your continual. I wasn't going to go with humor, but your continual pursuit for actual truth and justice. And everybody in the chat, Merry Christmas as well. We appreciate your prayers. Specifically, Monday, 10:30 is our first specialist with the cancer. And so please continue to pray as we get on with our day and we jump on an airplane.
Have safe flight. Have a very
Thank
safe
you.
flight. See you guys soon. Ladies and gentlemen, Jeremy and George, thoughts and prayers for them. Really, it is most wonderful. That is not any place that I want to be right now. So, you know, any thoughts and prayers that you can send their way is I'm sure absolutely appreciated by them. They're just wonderful. Back to continuing. Oh, you know what? I think we have time to do another reading here. Let's get it. We'll get part 3, and we're going all the way to part 5 today. Edit Papa Shizzy. Yes, that is wonderful. Oh man, you guys are awesome. So here we go with the next one. We've got to get the music right. I think did I not send? You know what? I didn't. I need to do that real quick. Give me just a second. There was somebody I wanted to and I thought I had sent it, but of course I'm an idiot and never did. Oh man. Jeez Louise. Oh man. I'm so silly. I thought I had sent one out. I was like, why are they showing up? Because I slack. I can't help it. I can't help it. Let me get this real quick here, and I'll get the music up for our next one. Because this is going to be part 3 coming up. Part 3. We've got to get the music perfect for it and the scene set. Part 3 of a part 5 series. It is time. It's time for the next bit. Dear Bruce. All right, Bruce. By now, you've got to be starting to realize that this whole I'm the legal mastermind here thing might not just be working out so well. At some point, even you have to stop and wonder if you're the one who's been bamboozled. Or heck, maybe you're just a willing participant in this glorious parade of legal mistakes, and you're actually enjoying the ride. Because let's face it, this legal circus that you've entered and definitely helped fueled isn't going anywhere good. Now, I do have to ask, Bruce, what's your grand plan when you signed on to represent these individuals? Did you think honestly that the judge was going to look at the pile of chaos that you helped put together and say, well, Bruce, you really outdid yourself this time? Because, spoiler, that's not how this is going to play out. No matter amount of lawyers speak is going to convince anyone that defamation, tortious interference, and civil conspiracy somehow all fall under normal business practices. I mean, if you really thought that this case was going to put you on the legal map, well, my friend, you're in for one hell of a reality check, and it's going to hurt, that spanking. But let's get into the specifics of how this is going. You've got your clients, Preston, Cook, Hughes, Helm, Plummer, and all the rest, making accusations of tortious interference like it's their job, which, let's be honest, it's kind of adorable. I mean, if you had $1 for every time someone involved in the circuit tried to convince the world that they weren't meddling in someone else's business, you'd have money to retire and probably buy yourself a small island, preferably somewhere far away from all the mess that you've stirred up. But here's the kicker. These accusations, Bubbles, they're only going to make everything worse. You've got your clients making false claims, throwing words like conspiracy, defamation around like confetti, and you've been there to nod along as if this has all been part of some legal chess match. But here's the thing. When you play in the mud, Bruce, you get dirty. The only thing more fun than watching this entire legal boondoggle unfold is watching you scramble to explain how you weren't part of this mess. And spoiler, you were part of this mess, Bruce. There's no getting out of this. You dipped your toes in, and now you're just stuck in it, up to your knees. It's almost like you've become the lost poster child for why people shouldn't be very careful when they're picking people they entrust to handle their legal problems. You've turned representing questionable individuals into an art form. You're like a lawyer's version of a reality TV star, and instead of getting paid for your mess, you're racking up court fees, adding to a public record of who could have possibly made such disastrous decisions. And let's talk about that strategy for a second, Bruce. And what exactly is your plan here to keep hurling accusations in all directions, hoping that one sticks? Are you just standing in front of a legal brick wall shouting, I have no idea what I'm doing, in the hopes that someone will think you actually have a clue? Because if that's the case, I'm starting to think that you might be the only person who believes that this is going according to plan. Do you even remember how many of these claims are a stretch at best? Defamation per se, tortious interference with advantageous business relationships that you're bringing to the table. Seriously, Bruce, you're practically using a sledgehammer to fix a leaky faucet. And it's not just any sledgehammer. It's a sledgehammer that was left out in the rain, rusting and covered in the legal equivalent of banana peels. You're making this more complicated than it ever needed to be, Bruce. And you've really outdone yourself to demonstrate just how inept you are at defending these claims. Because I guess you'll have the last laugh, won't you? After all, you're the one who's managed to turn a series of utterly ridiculous claims into what will most likely be a lengthy court battle. So congratulations on that. You've managed to keep the circus rolling for that. And we do owe you a round of applause. Just happy, Bruce. You've taken the phrase, making a mountain out of a molehill, and turned it into a career, and at least you've got that going for you. Speaking of moles, have you figured out who the mole is in your midst there, Brucey? Don't worry, Bruce. I'm sure things will totally work out. I mean, it's not like the judge is going to look at this entire mess, roll their eyes or anything. I'm sure the judge will appreciate your passion for dragging everyone down with you. But hey, Bruce, you're just doing the best you can, right? Keep telling yourself that. Just keep riding that little legal short bus, and I'm sure the destination's going to be great. Eventually you'll get there. And catch you later, Shizzywhiznut. And yep, that's me, riding the short bus with my Velcro shoes on. Who says you can't be stylish and inept at the same time? Because I can, Bruce. I can be the most stylish, inept person that you've ever met. I've worked hard at being stylish and inept. Unlike you, Bruce, I have lots to lose, but little patience. So whenever that happens, I don't know how to tell you this, but Bruce, you're losing miserably. Thankfully, I don't have to be a part of your legal team, as you like to, I guess, promote people to be your legal team. But not me, Bruce. I'm not there. It's not me. Yes, wise words from Jeremy. I have worked with doctors like this, and we call it little man syndrome. Yes, that is exactly what it is. It is little man syndrome that man has. It hasn't ended. It hasn't gone away. It's still there. He's got some big shoes to fill. Iron Rabbit is wished us a Merry Christmas. Thank you very much, Iron Rabbit, for everything that you've done with being a member of my channel and one of my best mods ever. She's the original mod on my channel, Iron Rabbit. Thank you so much. You have a wonderful Christmas. Ninja Puppy with the $9.99. Merry Christmas, Shizzy. Thank you. And we do, again, keep our prayers out for George and Jeremy and all their family and everyone that's close to them at this time. Shizzy, eggnog. See, I keep saying eggnog, nuggies, something like that. Thank you very much for the Shizzy Eggnog Fund. I appreciate you again. Just add it. That was the last one. I'm working my way down through here, so I'm getting there. Oh, and of course, Suzanne did give us the $50 super chat for the grand total that's going to bring us to number 5, and we'll get to that one here that's part 5, because we do have another one coming up, which is going to be part 4. And then right after that, we have another part that will be part 5. It is going to get really, really good. It is going to get so good. And it's not a short letter. All these letters combined are a big bunch of fun. I guess is the best way of putting it. And then, of course, there is also this right here. Snarky letter reading fun. Please read aloud. Yes. Thank you very much. And Joyce Burnett. Bubbles, you are the bomb in all the wrong ways. Yes, he was. And think if Jeremy gets the business restriction orders the court would redact on formation from the transcripts. And you just heard Jeremy did come in on an address on this. He says that he didn't ask him any questions that weren't allowed, that he didn't feel uncomfortable about talking about. So there's nothing to hide there. None of the questions covered any of that. So it was they didn't feel any need to have any restraints on those business relationships. I hope that answered your question, K-Matt. I hope that answered your questions. Merry Christmas, everybody, from Iron Rabbit. She also did gift 5 Shizzywhiznut memberships. Welcome to the Nut House. It is a good place to be. It's very, very, very good place to be. You get first dibs on a lot of stuff that comes in before everybody else. And of course, right before Jeremy came on, Cynic in Chief, thank you for the $5 super chat, said, I can't call you Daddy Shizzy. I don't want to be Deuce's brother. Or where's another woman in Shizzy's life? Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it. Thank you very much, Cynic. I appreciate it. George, the father, has you in his embrace. Yes, our prayers are with George and Jeremy at this time. When will Shara's depot be covered? That as soon as that transcript is released, as soon as we get our hands on that, it will probably, if it is released, I won't be doing anything until I get back from holiday. So as soon as that happens, I'll if it's out, I'll read it to you guys. And I do have some people that will be joining me for some live readings of that. That will be an absolute blast. Absolute blast. Thank you, Squid Pro Quo, for the $2 super chat. Merry Christmas, Shizzy. Yes, Merry Christmas to you too, Squid, and you and your family. I hope you have a very happy and safe Christmas this year. Melanie Schuyler, member for 1 month. Shizzy, you are a word wizard. Bravo. Thank you. Thank you. It does take a little time to put some of these together. This particular one I had put together for a few days now. I was hoping that I would have time over the holidays to read through them, but looks like I got sidetracked with a bunch of work that had to be done. So it just ended up being, I'll get to these whenever I possibly can. And today seemed like a perfect one, especially once we got that filing out and it came out. It was just like the judge's order was amazing. And a lot of this letter was to respond to his pleading, to Bruce's pleading, because it was just insane, the crap that he had put in there. Shara's depot will be public record. It wasn't expedited like mine was, so it will take some time. See, there's your answer. There's your answer. It will be public record. It wasn't expedited. So thank you very much. That is wonderful, wonderful news. Okay, here we go. Let me get my helmet on for this next one. Let me get my helmet on for this next one. Oh boy, it's gonna get good. It's gonna get good. Part 4. Part 4. Oof. Man, oh man. All right. And also, by the way, guys, I'll be sending you over to Yamaha's after this. He is going to be doing a 2,000 sub celebration. You guys really pushed him over the top, and he kept thanking me for it. I kept telling him, no, that was because you did all the work. And if you haven't checked out his channel, you will see his channel come popping up as we leave out of here tonight. We've still got some time before that happens. Hope you're feeling better, Moosey. Yes, I hope everybody's feeling good. We like it when people feel good. Yes, we like it when people feel good. So here we go with the wonderful tunes as only can be produced here. Shall we? Now that we've established that your brilliant legal mind has concocted the masterpiece that is a response to this lawsuit, let's take a look at how the pieces of this puzzle just keep slipping and sliding out of place. It's like watching someone try to put together a jigsaw puzzle while blindfolded when they spill the pieces everywhere and blame the puzzle for being too hard. But hey, who am I to judge? Maybe this is the kind of lawyering you aspire to. Maybe the goal here is to see how far you can push the boundaries of reason before the whole thing collapses under the weight of its own absurdity. And If that's the case, Bruce, well done. You've got moxie, I'll give you that, but what you lack is any shred of legal substance to actually back up your grandiose claim, sir. Look how many times you've pointed fingers at every single person involved in this circus, like they're all somehow conspiring against your client. Jeremy, is that really the best you've got? The accusations that you're returning of defamation, tortious interference, and civil conspiracy, it reads like something out of a bad spy novel. You've done a masterful job at trying to turn a simple legal squabble into something that would even make the most seasoned soap opera writers blush. Seriously, Bruce, what exactly are you trying to prove here? That the legal system is more like a game of whack-a-mole than a serious pursuit of justice? Because it sure as hell looks like you're playing a game of throw everything at the wall and see what sticks. Let's break it down further. You're claiming that people are engaging in tortious interference with advantageous business relationships. Bruce, this isn't just a charming way of saying everyone's out to get Jeremy's business. Tell me, what business is exactly that you've been trying to destroy here? Because if it's the fine art of sniping people on social media for a living, I think we're all in trouble. But hey, I get it. If I was running a social media empire based on the drama and fabricated crisis, I'd probably be a little sensitive to the idea of someone interfering with my revenue streams too. But see, you've been blaming everybody else for your mess. Maybe it's just people are tired of your antics. You're also over here throwing out terms like civil conspiracy, aiding and abetting, like you're trying to solve the world's legal problems with a couple of vague and dramatic labels. Let's not kid ourselves, Brucey. A civil conspiracy in this case is probably just your clients sitting around the room patting themselves on the back for the half-baked plans to sue everyone who dares to question their credibility. This isn't a plot from a high-stakes legal drama, Bruce. This is real life. This is all what happens when you throw accusations at the wall, and they tend to come back and hit you in the face. So what's next, Bruce? Are you planning to add more outlandish claims to this ever-growing legal monstrosity? How about interdimensional interference while you're at it? Maybe you can drag some aliens into this mess too. I mean, at this point, nothing would surprise me, but let's not get too carried away, Bruce. The truth is, so far you've backed yourself into a corner and your clients. The more you press forward with these baseless claims, the more obvious becomes that you have a desperate attempt to salvage a case that frankly doesn't have a leg to stand on. The only thing that's going to be interfered with here is your professional reputation when the dust settles, because, spoiler alert, Brucey, this isn't going to end up with you holding up a win like you're some legal champion. This is going to end up with you trying to explain how you managed to get tangled in a web of nonsense so thick it'll take you years to untangle. So, my friend, I hope that you've taken a good, hard look in the mirror. If you're somehow convinced yourself winning this case, you've got some bad news coming. It's not. When it all crumbles, because it will, and you know it's going to be hilarious watching you try to make sense of the mess you've made. But hey, what do I know? I'm just an R-tard riding a short bus with my Velcro shoes on while you're out here creating legal nightmares for yourself, sir. I think we can all agree here. I've got the better gig. Catch you later, Shizzywhiznut. Yep. Still rocking the short bus with my Velcro shoes and somehow still winning in ways that you will never understand. Ever understand. Oh my, ladies and gentlemen, there's only one way that we could possibly make this better. And I know that you guys have been waiting for this. You're feeling the pain, you're feeling the suffering. But without it, you wouldn't have this. Yes.
Well, hello, everybody. How we doing?
Oh, we're doing good. We're doing good,
Good.
man.
Good.
Ooh, it's been a
Yeah.
long day, man.
Has it? Yeah. Hi, everybody.
Yes. Yes, I had a birthday party. Not birthday party. Well, I guess if you considered the baby Jesus' birthday a birthday party, then that's what we had. So it was
Okay.
it's a little bit of a birthday party that we got together and with some friends, and then was on with the expert last night. My wife drank way too much last night. I didn't. I mean I wasn't about to drive. We just Ubered because I'm smart like that.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Okay. Well, good.
But yeah, I wasn't feeling any pain, let's put it that way, but I wasn't too drunk to do anything. And then I was up a little bit late, making plans for today. Because I saw that the order came in from the judge and it was denied. It was denied. Bruce got everything denied.
Yeah. Well, that was kind of the thing. Because the main goal there initially, from my understanding, the way that I interpret it, how it was initially done, was that he was wanting to basically block them. They wanted to be able to get, if at all possible, any video and or transcripts and be able to spin their own thing out of it. But they wanted to block the Hale, Jeremy in particular, from being able to say anything about it.
Yep.
And that was what the goal was. I don't give a shit about the video. Video's irrelevant to me. We still get the transcripts. So their whole idea that they won anything or whatever, they didn't win a damn thing. They won nothing.
And that's what Jeremy said, that they came out saying that they won something. I was like, what?
No, they didn't win shit. What
possibly thing could you have you thought that you won from this?
Yeah.
Because it looks to me like you lost every damn bit of what you were trying to get done, because the judge denied your order. Unless that was your intention of getting the order denied.
Oh, no. No. Yeah. That's exactly what they wanted. They wanted to be able to say and show whatever, transcripts, video, whatever, and preclude Jeremy from being able to say a damn thing about it or being able to share it out with anybody else. And it got shot down. So they didn't win a thing. They lost. The video's irrelevant. You still get the transcripts.
Because when I saw that, I was like, this is really, like, for them to say that they think that they won something out of this. I was like, how distorted does your brain have to be that you didn't understand what just happened?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
The judge
and that's why I said the other day, they're spinning they're trying to create so much spin. They're so fucking dizzy from their own spin that they don't know whether they're coming or going. So,
well, we expected that.
Yeah,
we expected them to be completely just destroying themselves left and right.
Yeah. Oh, it's.
I'm not.
August is not that long of a way. I mean, it's still a ways off, but in reality, in the big picture and scheme of things, it's not that far away, and it's going to get very interesting before then. You're going to see. I'm willing to guarantee you're going to see some interesting things before then.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with that 100%. Because we've seen quite a bit of it already of where the judge, he's not playing with their BS, and he hasn't been for quite some time.
And I'll be the first one to come out and say, hey, if I'm wrong about this, I'll be the first one to openly and publicly admit it, and I'll apologize for it. But I got news for certain people who think that they're just going to be able to skate away from this thing. In my personal opinion, they think they're going to be able to just get out of this and that it's not going to happen. I got news for you. Again, if I'm wrong, I'll admit it. But
yeah. Well, and I've said this before. I really think that this is going to come down to her suing all of the people on the other side, on her team.
Oh, that could very well be.
She just seems like the kind of person that would not take too kindly to having her ass handed to her.
No. Well, this has been her goal. I mean, we've heard that in clips. Words from her. It wasn't manipulated. It's not AI. Those are words from her own mouth,
Yes.
where she stated her hopes were to the effect of, not quoting directly, but to the effect of wanting him to settle. It all came down to getting money. Either way, either by humping his leg and schmoozing up to him and having him throw money at her that way, or going this route. And in the very beginning, she had stated that her whole goal was to get him to settle so she could pay off her house and whatever other shit she had that she wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, from the very beginning, this is all about getting money out of him. Plain and simple. So This is a track record along with other things.
Oh, she's been digging herself in the deepest hole.
Yeah.
I have seen,
and she's got other idiots in there helping her dig that hole even deeper. That's the problem. She's let other idiots in there help her dig that hole.
Yeah. Give me a second. I'm still getting this thing. There was a couple of errors I saw in this particular document. I was just wanting to get this fixed.
Hello, Welsh Lady Reads. Thank you.
Hey, Welsh. How you do? Oh, Welsh Lady. She's
my red lady dragon.
But I made the goal. Yeah. I've hit 4 goals on this already today. I was like, okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Initially, I was just like, I'll do $5 super chat to get it over the mark. So I'll read one of the letters. I have 2 of them, and then I increased it. I doubled it, and then they did that, and then I doubled that, and then they hit that, and added or doubled it and hit $10 on top of it. And I mean, you guys have been just gracious coming out and getting this. So I'm having to fix this error real quick.
Thank you, everybody. Shizzy puts a lot of stuff into this. I mean, when you talk about looking at his morning shows and all of this kind of stuff, he puts a lot of work into this stuff. So I'm just an idiot that sits there and reads. And for whatever reason, he and Ballstorm and Diva and everybody else just want me around to make them look good. So
exactly.
I'm just an idiot that reads.
We have to have someone here that makes us look good. I'm telling you. Oof. I am not good to look at most of the time.
Whatever.
Well, yes.
I make children weep and women run screaming into the night. So.
Final. Let's see if I have this right.
Okay. But yeah, I didn't see anything up until right before I caught the very tail end right before I made that comment, and saw Jeremy and George at the end there.
Yes, they were.
I'm assuming they're going back to Ohio. Is that
yes?
What they're doing? Okay.
Yes, they're heading back to.
Yeah,
Ohio.
I got tired last night. I got a little lazy, and I got tired, and I was like, screw it, whatever. So I ended up actually zonking out and actually getting some good sleep, which, anyway, so I ended up getting up and I was like, oh crap, I still got to get a bunch of shit ready for tonight. I got to reformat this a little bit and make sure that everything's working okay. And so hopefully it'll be okay. I think I've got it. So that's what I was doing.
Don't forget
Thank you, Magic Angel.
Thank you.
And Cynic in Chief. Now she'll have Jeremy taking her GFM money. Idiot. GoFundMe.
Yes. There we go. Let me convert this over to. I looked at it and was like, that's not what I put in there. It's like it didn't.
Yeah.
Save. There we go. Save that and save that. Go. Yes. There it is. All right. The final bit. Let me bring this up here. All right. Are you guys ready for this? Because this here probably, and we may talk a little bit afterwards. We'll see how it goes. Make sure that we don't have any extra super chats that I might have missed. Cynic in Chief. Now she'll have Jeremy taking her go F me money. Idiot. Yes. Oh my gosh. and make sure I didn't miss any other super
Yeah.
chats along the way. Thank you guys so much. It has been good. It's been very good.
Yeah.
Close that right there. Present. Share the screen. And you've oh yeah, I think everybody's seen it so far. I've got more tunes that are coming out.
The
There we go. Let me get my helmet first before we have to have the scene set for this.
yeah.
The scene must
Yeah. Don't
start.
forget your helmet.
Oh, my helmet. Oh,
Yeah. I'm trying to get better about that.
Yes, I'm getting old whenever I hurt bending over just to pick something off the floor. Okay, here we go. Are you folks ready? Can I get a ones in the chat if you guys are ready? Get ones in the chat if you guys are ready.
Yeah.
It'll take a couple of seconds for that to filter through. Uh-huh. Yes. Here it comes. Look at him go. There we go. One's in the chat. All right. I'm buckled in, ready to go.
Dear Bruce. Oh, I'll wait till it starts again.
Okay.
You gotta have
it right.
Yeah. We gotta get that going.
Yeah. Takes a second or so.
Beast voice me. Oh, dear Bruce. Here we are at the grand finale. The kick in the lower nether regions of your groin, of your legal escapades. If this were a Broadway show, I'd give you a standing ovation for sheer audacity, not for talent. Because let's be real, Bruce. This production of yours has been less Hamilton and more Cats, the disaster revival. But hey, who needs plot or coherence when you've got spectacle? Now, I think it's high time we address the dynamic duo you've hitched your wagon to, Lynette and Crook. I mean, Cook. Who are we kidding here? The nicknames fit like a glove. These two are the real stars of this melodrama, aren't they? You've managed to turn their grievances into legal Frankenstein, stitched together with half-baked claims, unverified allegations, and just enough dramatic flair to make the daytime soap operas jealous. Let's start with Lynette, the queen of deflection. She's the type who sets her own house on fire and then files a complaint against the fire department for taking too long to respond. And somehow, Bruce, you decided that this was the hill you wanted to die on. Representing Lynette, this be like trying to babysit a hyperactive toddler hopped up on sugar. Exhausting, nonsensical, and ultimately a losing battle. But hey, maybe she's paying you in something other than money. Exposure, eternal gratitude, maybe a pole dance or two, allegedly. A lifetime supply of baseless accusations. Whatever it is, I hope it's worth it, because she's dragging you down faster than a lead anchor in a kiddie pool.
Thank you.
And then we have Crook. Oops. There I go again. Cook. I mean, is there a better moniker for a guy who seems to view reality as a vague suggestion rather than a hard, fast rule? Crook. Sorry. Cook has all the subtlety of a bull in a china shop. His strategy seems to be to throw as much mud as possible and hope some of it sticks. Oh, and Bruce, bless your heart. You've taken on the Herculean task of making that mud look like a fine marble sculpture, kind of like polishing bullshit. Spoiler alert, it's still mud. Or bullshit, no matter how much you paint it. Together, Lynette and Cook are like the Bonnie and Clyde of frivolous litigation, minus the charm, the excitement, or the coherent goals. You and Bruce are their getaway driver. Oh, wait a minute. No, sorry. You, Bruce, are their getaway driver. Except you're driving the legal equivalent of a clown car. Oh, those big shoes just get in the way.
Yeah, he get up there.
Every time you make a turn.
With his nose and just.
You're right.
Eh,
A little leafy
should paint it
flower.
red.
No.
Should paint it red, you know. At least bring some humor to the courtroom bubbles. I mean, that would be awesome. Just show up with a big bubble right on top of it. Just hook that thing right on there, and have a little horn so it goes. So every time
don't do that, because then he'll come back and try to blame you for the contempt of court that he would get.
No. Every time he does something that's contemptuous, they can just reach out and squeeze that and just go.
Oh, well, that's true.
Like, you're so stupid.
Every time you make a turn, another ridiculous claim falls out, and we're all left wondering how this farce hasn't already been laughed out of court. Let's talk about the case itself for a moment. The heart of your argument seems to be that everyone who has ever uttered a critical word about your clients is part of some grand conspiracy. You've got defamation, extortion, defecation, tortoise and torturous and tortious interference, all thrown into the mix like a legal word salad. And don't forget the last of the anti-what-the-Hales media ecosystem. No, Bruce, you really outdid yourself with that one. It sounds somehow like, wait a minute, it sounds like something out of a bad sci-fi movie. I half expected to see a subplot about alien mind control thrown in for good measure. No,
the drones, man. It's the drones.
Get your tinfoil hats. I don't think
or
that's
just
too
safety
far
gear.
off. Yeah.
Safety gear helps. You just line it in. Oh, wow. I could line this in aluminum foil.
Well, there you go. Yeah, just put aluminum. There that would be golden.
Should I wrap it in tin foil?
You should wrap it in tin foil.
Oh, yeah.
I think that would be golden.
I'll have to do that as a goal whenever I get back, to wrap it in aluminum foil. like a $100 goal.
There you go.
To wrap it in aluminum foil.
Or you could even bling it out with, like, I don't know, gold leaf foil, and just
and maybe some little stars on it. You know, the little star stickers. You know.
There you go. Yeah. You get your
I'll put a little star up there for every super chat.
There you go.
I'll just put a little star on there for each super chat.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do. A little star for each super chat. I have to get some stars first.
Okay.
I'll put those on order.
There you go. But here's the thing. When you cry conspiracy, every time someone doesn't agree with you, it stops being compelling and starts being, well, hilarious. It's like watching a kid on the playground who insists everyone else is cheating at tag. At some point, Bruce, you have to wonder, is it really everyone else, or is it just you and your clients who don't understand the rules? And let's not forget about the brilliant strategy of trying to gag opposing voices. The motion to prevent Jeremy from sharing deposition content was a real chef's kiss moment, because nothing says we're confident in our case quite like desperately trying to keep the other side from talking. No shit. And the court's response? A swift and resounding no. I almost feel bad for you, Bruce. Almost. But then I remembered that this is all self-inflicted, and I laugh instead.
Yes, I did.
It's like watching some drunk idiot shoot themselves in the foot. It's fucking funny.
Yes.
But here's the kicker. In your zeal to paint Jeremy as the big bad guy, or no, the big bad.
You got to go up to this top one there.
What? Oh, did I miss it? Oh, speaking of Jeremy, let's take a moment to marvel at the irony here. You're out here claiming he's some kind of mastermind pulling the strings of a vast conspiracy. But the reality is far less exciting. Jeremy is just a guy with a camera and a knack for stirring the pot. And yet, you've managed to turn him into the villain of your legal fantasy. Bravo, Bruce. If there were an award for the most overblown character assassination, you'd win it, hands down.
Oh, yes.
But here's the kicker. In your zeal to paint Jeremy as the big bad, you've inadvertently made him look like the most rational person in this whole mess. And that, Bruce, is no small feat. When the guy who thrives... Yeah. But when the guy who thrives on drama comes across as the voice of reason, you know you've gone off the deep end. So, to wrap up this delightful correspondence, let me offer you a piece of advice. Cut your losses. Drop the theatrics, the baseless accusations, and the overblown rhetoric. Focus on facts, assuming you can find any, and maybe, just maybe, you'll salvage a shred of credibility. I wouldn't hold my breath. But if you insist on continuing down this path of legal absurdity, well, I'll be here, watching from the short bus with my Velcro shoes securely fastened, enjoying the show. With all the affection an artard like me can muster, love always, Shizzywhiznut. P.S. Still proudly riding the short bus and rocking Velcro shoes, because some of us know how to have fun without making fools of ourselves in court.
And the music ended just perfectly. Isn't
That
it
was
wonderful?
good timing, wasn't it? I had no idea.
I had no idea
That's
either.
just-
My
well,
Lord
that's
Almighty.
That's some talent right there.
God, that is serious right there. Man. Oh, man. Oh, man. No, and
That was good.
Jeremy made a very, very fine point today as we were talking, because see, from what I understand is they were finishing up their whatnot stream, and they got the message that it had been filed, just a quick message that had been filed, and then there was a quick message of people recording them thinking that they won this ruling in the case.
Yeah, I
And
don't understand how.
Yeah, because whenever I looked at it and just read it, I was like, this is a clear slapdown of Bubbles. I mean, he got spanked. He got spanked like the little child that we know he is.
Well, I don't know. I'm assuming that part of it was because of Jeremy's previous comments about wanting to get video, or paying for the video at least, so that he can have video of the numbnuts and everybody else. But the video again is irrelevant. Yeah, the video is irrelevant. It was Bubbles' attempt to specifically silence Jeremy and not be able to say anything, not be able to show anything, share anything, give anything to anybody else to read, because of they're mocking us, they're harassing us, blah, all about their fucking feelings. I don't give a shit about their feelings. Neither does the court.
No.
It was all about whether or not we're going to be able to get anything, the transcripts. That's what the deal was. And so their whole plan of getting somebody silenced bottomed out. They torpedoed themselves. It didn't work.
And there was also something else that I would like to point out in this, because it's very, very important that you understand how dangerous of a game that they're playing. And it comes down to this discussion. The defendants appear to be seeking a protective order that would prevent plaintiff from posting on social media videos of defendants' depositions in this case. Of course, the defendants they have not even been recorded. They haven't even been deposed yet. The defendants have not. So it doesn't matter whether it's been done or not. It says because there is, court is unaware of depositions being recorded so far in this case. And does that make sense to you? Because there has been no recording of the
Wow.
defendant's deposition. And he's made it very clear. There's, and
Right.
especially in this order, you cannot.
Well, any of the recording that the court or that anybody else knows of at this point, we have no idea. I mean, let's be honest.
No.
We have no idea what was going on Bubbles' end when he was there.
You have to remember, put this in context. The only people that have been deposed is plaintiff's side.
Right. Right.
So-
and that was my point, as far as for the court's knowledge of any recording thus far has only been as a backup, essentially, for the court reporter.
Right. And that's what.
And that's the only thing
Does
that's-
not prevent the court reporter from doing anything
Correct.
with the court.
Right.
And then but it does go on down further. That they're about the transcriptions in an attempt to embarrass, criticize defendants, and it's general in nature, which, that is, unless they can come up with a good legal standing that those should not be used, the judge has ruled against them, which they would have to show good reason that those can't be done.
Right.
Because
There has to be good
just
cause.
being embarrassed by it, just embarrassment by it, or potential embarrassment,
No.
has nothing
that has
to do
no
with it.
standing. Yeah. Yeah.
And basically it says because no video depositions will occur in this case. This becomes very important, especially whenever you read this in context, because no videotape depositions will occur in this case. That would mean to me that if Jeremy has a recording of this, the judge would slap the sanction on Jeremy if he did.
Yeah.
Now, it wouldn't preclude him from having it, but to ever show it, expose it, or even put it out there in the world would get him in a world of hurt.
Yeah.
Same thing would be also true for Bubbles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
This
that'd be
right
dumb.
here, because if he released something and people have seen it, right there, all they have to do is show proof of it, and boom.
Yep.
It's over for him. He will be sanctioned, and the judge will go off on him like a bomb.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I do, and absolutely, I would hope that they do build the barn for the child. I've got no objection to
Yeah, I don't care
people
about any
going
of that. Yeah.
people going and helping the child. Have at it.
Yeah.
My only concern would be if you're doing these kind of charitable things that that one, YouTube doesn't allow you to do fundraisers without going through the proper channels. Number
Correct.
two, none of that is actually traceable, trackable. It doesn't matter how well you keep your books. So for me personally, I would never donate to any sort of organization that I hadn't fully vetted.
Right.
Or any particular thing whatsoever that I hadn't fully vetted, where I can see the books from top to bottom. I know how much money is coming in, how much money is going out, full accounting. And if you're saying, hey, some of this is going to attorney's fees, doesn't matter to me as long as somebody is showing me exactly where my money is going, and keeping that accounting where I could look at it. And that's just me personally. Do you do with your money how you want to do with it? I've been accused of trying to bring them down or something like that. I don't care what they do.
Yeah.
I'm just calling out the bullshit as I see it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So they're welcome. They're welcome. People are welcome to donate as much as they want to, and I hope that it does go to make a better place for the child that they can live in. But that matters not to me. That it really does.
Well, but the thing,
in the grand
the big
scheme
thing,
of this, how the money's used doesn't matter to me. It should matter to the people that are donating.
Yeah. 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 But the thing that really bugs me about this whole thing is anytime anybody speaks out against them, they feel like they're being attacked in any way, shape, or form, either them or Lynette. They throw that child up as a shield while they continue to throw their own bullshit down range. That's what really bugs me, along with what we heard on that 911 call. So when you're lifting this individual up as some kind of an innocent angel and just sweeping that aside and dancing around that puts you in the same boat, in my opinion. You're still a piece of shit. And you're still lifting this individual up as some innocent angel, which she is not, and using that child. So to me, that shows, in my opinion, you really don't give a fuck about that kid. You're using that kid as a shield, plain and simple.
Well, and it makes me wonder, why would you have been banned from their channel if you were? I mean, I've banned people from this channel because they've come in and they've been disruptive to chat, and also have said things that are not true. So whenever they do that, I'm happy to remove them, or they harass my guests. If people are coming in harassing my guests, and there's a certain level of harassment that's fine, because everybody does harass Yamaha whenever he comes in here. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But whenever they're coming to the point where they're saying things that are untrue, or trying to cross that line, is why I have wonderful people here like Volstorm that says, there's that line, and he knows exactly where that line is. You can't find Yamaha Bikers YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, don't go to Yamaha Biker. Yamaha Biker has nothing on there.
No, we
the only thing that my idiot brother does is just read stories, and it's got nothing to do with any of this shit. We were just fine. Like I said before, to explain this again, we were fine in our own little world here, and then the What the Hales stuff came up, and it started out with Shizzy just showing stuff that other people were showing. It goes back to the interaction between Lynette Preston, DeThomasis, and Jeremy Hales.
Yes.
And then it went on to Lynette's deposition from there. And then that's when Bubbles came over here and shit on Shizzy's doorstep and started being a fucking idiot. And then we started getting dragged into this. And then the useless turds over there started saying shit too. So fuck it. You got my attention now. But outside of that, my channel has nothing to do with any of this shit. And that's just because I was over here reading.
I have pinned his channel where he does where he is going to be celebrating his 2,000 member.
We shot way over tonight. That. Yeah.
And so I guess it might end up turning into a 3,000 by the end of tonight. I mean, you'll have to.
No, I don't know.
That would be wonderful. So there's his link, and he was going to be. I won't even give it away. You'll just have to watch. That's the best thing to do. Just go and watch for his stream, and I will be forwarding everybody whenever this ends tonight. I'll be sending everybody over there. And you'd probably be waiting a little bit, but that's okay. That's okay. He's got his plan.
Just hang around.
Yeah. It's going to be a nice, good hangout. And I might jump in the chat for a period of time. I do have my wife said she wanted to relax a little bit with me before we go out of town, because because it's gonna get stressful with all.
It gets hectic. We've been on the go for like the last almost 2 weeks now. Doing early Christmases and shit. And
it just seems like yesterday Christmas was over. I mean, Thanksgiving was here. Just one after the other. Well, she's just trying to get. Well, that too. I mean, why wouldn't you,
Deborah?
I mean, it is my wife.
He's just trying to get some.
Yamaha's only going to do so much for me, and it definitely
I know.
Get my rocks off.
You can only wear my throat out so much.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that is true. Oh my God.
But just to give everybody a heads up, I'm going to try and be on my behavior tonight, because it is my understanding that there will be some children or grandchildren present. So I will try and behave, and
he'll keep his mouth clean. He'll be all he'll do is he'll put pictures of small children up there and go, now would I talk to these children like that?
Oh my God.
And
no, don't tell them that. That's going to get clipped. No, I will not be doing that. No.
Okay.
No.
I meant the picture of the baby Jesus, like children, baby Jesus.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
You'll be putting a baby Jesus up there looking and going, would I be saying that in front of baby Jesus?
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it'll be up on my wall. Yeah. No. Yeah.
Baby Jesus, man, where'd your mind go?
Yeah.
Yes.
It will not be a Sunday spice. Yeah.
Oh. If she's claiming a 501c3, well, that's the only problem, Tina, is because she can't claim a 501c3 if it's been expired. Yeah. Yeah. If her 501c3 expired, there's no write-off on that. And also that money, every single penny of it would have to go to what that charity was set up for.
Right.
Yeah,
there has to be accountability. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you have to have a treasurer that tax everything that comes in and goes out.
Mm-hmm.
But see, that's why doing the Cash App really works well, because see, here's nice little trick that you, in case you haven't figured this out, like I have a Cash App set up. All of that money goes to Yamaha. See, every single penny of it. How much of that money have you seen so far, Yamaha?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
There you go. How much money of that how much money that's gone into my Shizzywhiznut Cash App has gone to Yamaha Biker? I guess that would be the big question, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I can tell you right now, not a single penny of that has ever gone to Yamaha Biker, nor will it ever go to Yamaha Biker. No,
we act and we just don't get paid shit. But we're not that good actors anyway, so.
Shizzy,
it's commensurate with your talent, and we don't make a fucking thing.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of places that has to be reported to. But see, you have to understand that that's not my problem. It's none of my problem. Her legal issues that she's going to run into in the following year are not my problem.
Yeah.
I didn't cause this. She caused this upon herself.
Mm-hmm.
Her and John Cook caused all the issues that they're going to have. Every issue that Lynette and John Cook have been a result of their actions.
Yep.
And people tend to forget this. Every single thing that these people are doing is a responsibility that they need to take responsibility for.
Mm-hmm.
You know, every time that there's an issue, it always seems to be, oh, well, it's Jeremy Hales. Well, let's blame Jeremy. Oh, it just happens to be, oh, Shizzywhiznut did such and such. No, it's your own damn fault.
Yeah. Yep.
Every time you get in trouble with some dumb crap, look into yourself and see if it was you or if it was somebody else. And I can 99% agree to say that it's your own damn fault. All the legal issues that Bubbles has been having is his own damn incompetency of knowing how to actually try this. I don't know what more to say. I don't know what more to say except for,
well, it's the same dead horse. I mean, it's been said over and over again, and people just keep beating on that same dead horse while trying to overlook everything else. Yeah.
Well,
it is where it is because he was backed into a corner. And they keep saying that, oh, well, he's just being a bully. No, he was pushed to a point to where everybody reaches that point at some point. Again, that's a hill that you have to choose where that lies. And when you are pushed to that point and you have to fight back, you go and you go and you go and you lay waste. Don't give up.
Yes.
And that's where he's at. Because they started, this whole thing lies where it lies right now because of Lynette Preston and John Cook. Plain and simple.
Yes.
No matter how you want to try to beat around that bush. And he got backed into a corner. And they kept pushing and pushing. So.
Well, and it's one of those F around and find out moments.
Yeah.
And they definitely did enough of that. And now they've got people that they've drawn into their same mess. So far, until the magistrate rules on that, which there's a possibility he may, is easy. I mean, I think
because it was dismissed without prejudice, so that leaves it open to where they could come back potentially and say that we will allow video as well.
Oh yeah, I mean but to allow video, that would have to be for them to allow video. They would have to make a case before the magistrate judge that video could be released.
Mhm.
They would have to make a compelling reason for it to be released.
Right. Yeah, it's up to the court. But
I mean, it could be as something as simple as somebody doing some sort of hand gestures. That might be, something around the throat kind of area that the judge is like, yeah, we're putting that in. And those videos would probably be released because they just don't have time for the fake BS. And these people that think that, oh well, that they're not going to get me on video. Guess what? They may not get you on video for the depositions, which is where I guess you're fighting your battle at. But you will be there. There is a big possibility you will be videotaped in the courtroom if you're called as a witness. And if you're a party to it, I guarantee you probably will have your name, your face, everything splattered all over the place because you made yourself a public figure.
Well, federal court, a little bit different. So if there is video that happens, the chances of that actually being released, it won't be allowed to be televised.
Oh, it won't be.
They don't do that in federal court. As a norm.
Federal court, yes, but there's also other court cases that are currently pending that may end up being brought into this also.
Yeah. But it would be up to the court to allow anything for the trial to.
Well, that doesn't preclude cameras from being outside the courtroom and filming.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And they've already made a spectacle enough of this that there's a possibility there, because if I'm not mistaken, Johnny Depp was also in federal court.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I don't remember. I never really watched any of that. I only caught little bits and pieces here and there. I never really actually watched that trial. I just really wasn't that interested in it. I mean, I knew she was a nutball from the beginning. So
just think, they'll have their chance to shine on national TV. People will be seeing it all around the world, seeing the way that Bubbles acts and the way these witnesses act, and they will be criticized and condemned and looked down upon and raised and praised. Every single one of them. There will be things said that are, it's just, I can't believe they would say that about them. But yeah. Yeah. Hello, Susan. How you doing? Did I get caught up in the drama? I've been a fan of Robbie and Jeremy as long as 2018, 20 on you, Shizzy, and still love your morning coffee. I love it. Morning coffee is glorious. Yes, morning coffee is glorious. I will not be doing morning coffee the whole week, as far as I know. If you see it, you'll know that I'm on for morning coffee. Morning Wizard Coffee is not going to be happening next week. But keep an eye out because I've got something in its replacement. So make sure you got your notifications on. Can you see the magistrate during LP Depot? Oh my gosh. Maybe, but you have to understand that would be up to the judge to have video on that. Can Tug and Megan bring in Grok AI for the stereotypical part? I guess. I don't know. They finally met some people who don't back down. That is exactly correct, Ryan Rabbit. That is probably one of the most prolific things that could have been said. And as Jeremy said, that he is seeing this through not just only for his benefit, but for the benefit of other people as time goes on, because it's going to become very, very important later on.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Mo in the deep end just raided. My gosh, thank you, Mo. Oh my gosh, yeah. That was. Thank you, Mo. I appreciate you so much. Mo Raid. Oh my gosh. And we were just getting ready to
Mo Raiders
to wind this thing down. Welcome, Mo Raiders. Crazy. Sorry about that, Mo Raiders. We were actually shutting this thing down here very shortly because I've got to spend some time with my wife. So I might go probably another
Yeah.
15 minutes at the most. But everybody, I will be sending all you fine folks over to Yamaha Biker. He is celebrating reaching a milestone of 2,000 subs and beyond, and he's still growing. Make sure that you guys have subbed up to him. His link is up there in the top of the description for his location where you can find him tonight. And I will be forwarding everybody over there. Just all you got to do is sub up and listen to some of the material that he's done. And I'm going to guarantee you it's nothing like anything that we do here. It is entirely his own thing. And I know that you guys will love it.
Yeah.
That wasn't a good court. Yeah, it was Virginia State Court, I think, something like that.
Well, thank you, Tammy.
But anyhow, everybody have a wonderful, wonderful evening.
Thank you, everybody.
I will be seeing you guys very soon, and I just keep those things coming. I love you guys.
Yeah. Thank you.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
And Merry Christmas. Yeah, Merry Christmas to everybody.
If I don't see you before then, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And you know, my heart, thoughts, and prayers go out to you. My heart's thoughts and prayers go out to George, that everything goes well. And you know, hearts out to Jeremy and everyone, the whole team over there. I know that they've got their heart right in the right place. Peace, y'all. Have a wonderful evening.
One last thing.
Yeah.
So just for people in case you get lost, so remember 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. You can hit that link up there or go find I Have a Story, and that's when, and I'll just be sitting there reading some Christmas stories. So get the kids snuggled in, grandkids or otherwise, and get comfy, and if you fall asleep, you fall asleep. I don't care.
Yeah, just hang out.
We'll see you
it's
there.
Good stuff. It's good stuff. It's good, clean energy. Good, clean energy. And I think that's what everyone needs.
Yeah.
Peace, y'all.
See you later.
Looks like I'm living rent-free in your heads again, huh? I mean, if you're gonna spend your days obsessing over me, you might as well start calling me something respectable. Maybe Daddy Shizzy, or better yet, Papa Nut. Who's the grown-up here? Oh, right, it's me. Let's go. Call me Daddy. Yeah, that's who I am. Running your mind's like a master plan. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy. Take your pick. I'm rolling in your thoughts while you still act sick. Call me Daddy. It's what you mean. Why you chase the crust and I take the lead? Living rent-free. That's my name. Go ahead, say it. Put some respect on your name. Man, I'm too old. Well, here's a surprise. I'm the one with the brains while you're stuck with the lies. You act like you're experts, but here's the reality. I'm the one controlling your mental reality. So while you're out there trying to throw shade, I'm sipping coffee and you're feeling betrayed. You're mad, I got the spotlight, now it's my time. So why not call me Daddy or Papa with a rhyme? I'm the landlord and you're just the tenants, stuck in your headspace with no insight, no repentance. Call me Daddy, you know it's true. You'd be lost without me, stuck in the glue. Call me Daddy, I'm holding your mind while you're scrambling, trying to find what's behind. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, don't you see? You're living in my world now, I'm the VIP. Call me Daddy, just let it be. While you're trying to figure out your own identity. Oh, I see you're confused, trying to get it right. Spinning your wheels while I'm out of sight. You think you got it figured, but you got it all wrong. I've been running your minds all along. But sure, keep pretending you don't care. Keep saying you're done, but I'm still in the air. You got no choice but to bow to my name. Daddy Shizzy is here to own the game. You say you don't watch, but you're obsessed. Every word I say puts you to the test. Call me Daddy, Papa Nut, you know you should. Because I've been living rent-free, and you know it feels good. Shizzy Daddy, owning your headspace, and there's no escape. Good luck with that.
Merry Christmas, everybody.